Hey everybody, welcome back to another LEGO Zoo update. This will be the second one. First one we gained some inspiration, and today we're going to start doing a basic layout. So we have decided that the zoo is going to be absolutely massive. We think it's going to take up 6 to 8 base plates here in the LEGO City. And this isn't the standard 32 by 32 base plates. These are the large 48 by 48 gray base plates. And we think that we're going to keep 2 of them open right here for some sort of farm. That's why we've placed this right here. We also have like a combine and some other stuff that we could integrate into the farm. But what we're talking about today is our basic layout for our zoo. So we're going to start by just mapping things out, deciding which animals we're going to put in here and where they're going to go. And it's going to involve some part research on Bricklink and just some basic layouts. So we're really excited to start it off today and get this zoo rolling. So after a quick day of shopping, we got a new camera and we're actually filming using the new camera. So let me know what you think of the audio video of the new Sony Vlogger cam that we picked up. But we've also been giving the zoo a lot of thought. And we've actually got our basic layout over here started with the black outline here. So we've decided that we're going to give it 8 of the large 48 by 48 gray base plates because we have a lot of ideas. Right here you can see we've put a little area which is 32 by 32 studs, so 1 standard base plate, and that's where we're going to put our entrance. And we're thinking of building an aquarium right here. And we're actually going to start working on that aquarium today. We're really excited to do that. And then we've got all of the animals in which we want to include. We've thought of the different enclosures in which we are going to build, and we're going to start working on that all day today. But actually the first thing we have to do is actually put some vehicles in the city. Wait a minute, that has nothing to do with the zoo. Why would we do that? Because we need to clear our workstation over here, and right now it's surrounded by vehicles and other stuff. So we need to clean up our workstation and actually put all of these vehicles into the city so that we can work on building our aquarium at our actual workstation. Because I feel as though if we do it over there, it'll be pretty cramped and we won't have access to all of our parts. So we are going to put some vehicles in the city to clear up our workstation there and then get working on our brand new aquarium for the zoo. I think this new camera is working beautifully. So right here we have our entrance to the zoo, and you can see it's got about 16 studs right here on this base plate. And then we're going to put our aquarium back here. So I'm thinking in front of the aquarium we need another 16 studs. So there's about a 32 by 32 base plate in the center of our park right there. That'll be used for sort of like an area where guests can decide where to go. They want to go left, they want to go right, they want to go straight into the aquarium. So the aquarium will go on the back right here. So what I've done is built an outline for our new structure. So this will be our aquarium structure. It's 2 32 by 32 base plates, and I'm building the ground up so that when we put our dolphin tank in here, which the aquarium will have, there's a little bit of elevation difference so that the tank looks like it goes into the ground by about 1 brick or so. So it might seem that I'm the only one doing anything, but it's actually a team effort. Jose and I have been working on this, and she's come up with a little plan for our entrance right here.
So the plan is, obviously this outline area is the entrance. The gray space is equal to a 32 by 32 base plate, but I've left a little extra room where I put those green plates, the 4x4s, so that's actually going to have some planters on the side of the entrance. We're going to have a nice big entrance just like the Bricksie land entrance.
Beauty. Let's get started on this aquarium. So we're about 20 minutes into the construction of our aquarium here. We've got our dolphin tank in the middle. Now I know we're using trans clear panels, but eventually we want to change those all to the trans blue panels. That's this one here. And over here we've started building our exhibit for our penguins. We're thinking of having like a nice curved outdoor portion and then an indoor portion as well. The outdoor portion will be water, and the indoor portion will be sort of like the rocks, sort of snowy terrarium or habitat for the penguins. So guests of the zoo will be able to view the penguins from both outside and inside. We're going to create our bleachers so you can watch the dolphin show that's in the middle of the aquarium. And over here we think we're going to put some fish tanks. Put a little bit more work into the aquarium, of course. Got our dolphin tank looking pretty sweet there. Some bleachers in the back. Our enclosure for our penguins. Over here we added an enclosure for seals. And then this is going to be a large fish tank over here. Now I installed this large window here, but we are going to be changing that. We like having our enclosure sort of indoor-outdoor, so we're going to make one similar to this over here and replace this window. Just wanted to show you this window design before we tear it apart. It's a mess in here for sure. Got parts everywhere. Jose's no better than me. Lego everywhere. Okay everybody, I got a little bit carried away yesterday. I started working on this thing at 2 o'clock in the afternoon and I personally went till about 2:30. Plus Jose helped me, and that's 2:30 a.m., not half an hour, 12 hours. And Jose helped me for about 8 hours as well. We managed to essentially get it all done. Well, not all done. There's still lots of things that we want to do to this. And included in that is actually order the animals and put them in their habitats there. So right here we have our indoor-outdoor exhibit for the penguins, which is water, and then a little dry land area there as well. And the water is outside, and it's like that half circle with the glass panels. We added some of the 1x1 modified plates with the teeth there to represent ice for the penguin exhibit. Right here, this is going to be where our hippos go. Got a little bit of water, a rock there, some mud, dirt, the way hippos like it. And then there's a little railing there so you can see guests can look at this exhibit from inside or outside the aquarium. Then we've got our main entrance here. Some greenery on either side with some gold cylinders. You'll actually see that that's consistent throughout the aquarium somewhat. We've got gold cylinders with black accents. And this right here is actually a double sliding door. So this will open to either side. And then I put some brackets on the or above it so we could add an intricate sort of wave design. Got our large glass roof here. It's at a slight angle. Used some jumpers on the end of it and added these gold highlights. And then we've got a flat roof on the left and also right side of it. Went with a glass design because there's so much interior detail. At first it was like solid wall, it's all white, and I was doing a combination of glass and white, and I was like, you know what? I think it'd look better if I change it to all glass so that we can see inside the aquarium from the front perspective of it. And that's sort of why it took so long as well, because I'm sort of a trial and error builder. I don't really plan anything. I just sort of use the pieces in my parts inventory and just sort of build away. And this is the design that we came up with, sort of like a glass front. We've got another area over here. This will be where the seals go. You can see it from the inside and from the outside. And then right here, we have a large aquarium. You can see inside there's an octopus, there's some fish, there's a stingray, all sorts of coral reef there. And when we pop this little section off here, you can get a better look at some of the interior details of the aquarium. So you can see all the different coral reef, some fish, octopus. There's not as many animals in here, and that's evident throughout the entire aquarium. We need to order more animals, more fish for our displays. But Jose did a fantastic job of adding the detail to the very large aquarium here. It's sort of hard to see through the glass, isn't it? Hard to get a good focus in there. There we go. All sorts of different parts and pieces went into it to create a pretty cool looking aquarium. And boom, there we have the aquarium. Why don't we pop off the roofs here so that you can get a better look inside. The roofs very easily come off in 3 different sections. We've got our large glass panel and then our 2 flat roofs there, which are held on by a few studs on either section. And once the roof comes off the top of the aquarium, we can get a better visual of what's sort of going on inside here. You can see we've placed some minifigures inside as well. If you guessed, they're looking at the penguin exhibit. And then we have our bleachers here that were built using just some standard chair elements. And those are raised off the ground by 2 bricks and supported by those gold pillars. We've got our staircase right there. Our aquarium is pretty neat. It's got a little area there where we use some of the curved quarter cylinders, so you can actually sort of go inside the aquarium. Gives the illusion that the minifigs are standing in the aquarium. Once again, we've got some trans blue elements there. Eventually we'd like to create the entire glass for the aquarium using the trans blue. I had some of those quarter cylinder ones left over from the Avengers Tower, so I decided to use them right there with that feature. We've got our dolphin tank, and we've added some 1x1 studs in there. We would like to add more of those. Actually, I found cylinders one time on the pad wall and I sold them. Mistake. Mistakes were made. But yeah, it looks pretty sweet. And then you've got, of course, your double sliding door there so guests can go inside and see the aquarium. So that's the inside. We could do a lot more stuff here. We've got some open space there for some design work. Also some open space right here. But we don't really want to do any more until we place this in the zoo and start building some other things around it, just because some of these designs and colors might change based on the surrounding area. Why don't we pop these roofs back on and bring it over to the zoo and place it and see how it looks in its designated area in the zoo. I'm stoked on that. Okay everybody, I do admit we made a pretty big aquarium, but we're making a pretty big zoo. And I think it's just perfect. It's massive, but we got to remember it does hold a lot of animals. We've got hippos, seals, penguins, fish, dolphins. So a lot of the zoo's attractions are actually within the indoor-outdoor aquarium. So it really does work. And check it out right here. It's placed in the zoo, which once again sits on 8 of the large 48 by 48 gray base plates. And that's going to be right inside the entrance of the zoo, so people will come in here and they'll have the opportunity to go to the large aquarium and see some animals right off the hop there. Then they'll be able to branch off to the left, see some animals over here, or branch off to the right and see some animals over there. We do have to add the fence line to the zoo, and I do have a plan for that. I thought we were going to get more done in this update, but actually, from a certain perspective, we got a lot more done than I thought we would. I thought we were going to work on a lot more of the layout and paths and stuff like that, but I just started building this aquarium with Jose, and we just sort of did it all day yesterday. And this is what we've come up with. So I guess this has transformed into a zoo update, or from a zoo update into a aquarium update, which is one of the main structures here in the zoo. We're really excited to continue building more attractions here in the zoo, and there's still lots of space to work with, and we'll be able to fit a lot of different animals all throughout this area here. Let us know what you think of this new aquarium MOC by commenting below. I'm thrilled with it. I love it. It's grand, it's big, it demands attention, and it looks cool. And there's lots of room for improvement in it. Going to be adding more detail, more animals, etc. It's just the first day of us working on it, really. Remember, like, subscribe, and stay tuned for some more great stuff coming out here in the near future, especially in regards to the new LEGO Zoo.